Mic check. Welcome to Focus Daily TV. Get that microphone on. Hit that like button, subscribe, support the channel, hashtag Focus Daily TV. Today we will be speaking about the suspension of habeas corpus and what it truly means. What it truly means is the federal government or the Federal Reserve and banking associations have full control over civilization as we know it, which is why we are in a constant state of emergency, which is why each president always is involved in some sort of war. These wars keep the Federal Reserve and these banking organizations in control. It's short and sweet today. We got a little short video. We're going to get straight to it. The suspension of habeas corpus. Let's go.
Welcome to 60 Second Civics, the daily podcast.
Whoa,
of the
that was
Center
loud.
for
Sorry
Civic
about that.
Education. I'm Mark Gage. At the outset of the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln suspended the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus. A writ of habeas corpus is a court order directing that a prisoner be brought to court before a judge to determine whether that prisoner's detention is lawful. President Lincoln also
Sorry about the loud noise that came through. So, initially, Lincoln was attempting to pull things under control like we spoke of previously. He was attempting to bring some sort of sustainability to this American construct that we live within. He did this by suspending, once again, habeas corpus in order to bring in any unruly individuals. However, once he was assassinated, the bankers, the money changers came in and manipulated these rules and used it to keep themselves in complete control of society up till this day, issuing things such as states of emergency, emergency banking acts, things we'll discover and unpack later. But first we must understand when the so-called Constitution lost complete control.
approved military trials for civilians accused of aiding or abetting the Confederacy in certain areas of the country. More than 12,000 civilians were arrested and held by the military during the Civil War. Chief Justice Roger B. Taney's opinion in Ex parte Merryman, 1861, rebuked the president for unconstitutionally suspending the writ of habeas corpus. Lincoln's decision enabled military commanders to indefinitely imprison persons suspected of disloyalty to the Union without producing evidence in a court of law to.
So that is key. They took legislation that Lincoln enacted in order to bring us together. They used it and manipulated it to imprison us and bond us and give the Federal Reserve, J.P. Morgan, and the Rothschilds complete control of the society. Once again, when we are in a state of emergency, we lose all our authority according to so-called Constitution and executive orders and things of that nature. The point is, we're in complete bondage, and there's only one source of freedom, and that is through the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. I know we speak about history a lot on this channel, but actually this channel is about biblical prophecy and how America plays a key role in biblical literature. In fact, the whole thing was in America. We're not from Africa. It wasn't over there in that fake man-made Middle East that the Ashkenazi Jews created. It all occurred right here. And it wasn't a long time ago. It was just a couple of grandmothers ago. But it's things like this suspension of habeas corpus that we must understand in order to fully grasp the concepts that I'm presenting.
To justify their detention. Article 1, Section 9 of the U.S. Constitution says, "The privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended unless, when in cases of rebellion or invasion, The public safety may require it. Tawney held that the president did not have authority to suspend the writ of habeas corpus.
So they consider us in a constant state of rebellion against the banking powers authority, which gives them even more justification for introducing this new system of registration and classification, Fiat, or commonly known as the New World Order. This is it right here. This is what brought in the New World Order: the suspension of habeas corpus, the suspension of the charter that was agreed upon once these foreigners arrived on this land.
Without the consent of Congress. The habeas corpus clause, said Tawney, appeared within Article 1 of the Constitution, pertaining to the powers and duties of Congress. However, Congress later enacted a law ratifying the president's decisions to suspend the writ of habeas corpus. That's all for today's podcast. 60-Second Civics, where civic education...
I don't even know if y'all seen that video, but thank you for tuning in. We'll meet you next show. Focus Daily TV. Hit that like button, subscribe. Hashtag Focus Daily TV. We out.